It looks like we have our two competitors for round one today, George and Anthony. George is playing standard stuff. Yeah. Not exactly sure what that means, but we'll find out.
I think he might be playing his standard deck pre-rotation.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So like his newly rotated out standard deck. Okay, cool. Which is certainly modern legal.
Definitely.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Anthony's on Burn, a tried and true classic.
Especially for him. Anthony usually will play Burn or Goblins in any given format.
Yep. He is a pretty well-known mono red player.
He
around here.
Is.
I love his different flavors and stuff because he likes goblins a lot.
Yeah.
So he might, like, if there's a flavor of mono red that will skew towards goblins, Anthony will probably figure out a way to get it to work.
We were just talking about standard before this. I'll give you half a guess what he's playing.
Is it red?
It's mono red goblins.
Oh, hey!
Yeah, because
I was right.
It became a thing this time around.
It's much better now than it was in previous iterations.
I would agree with you. Trashmaster is a solid Magic card.
That's the Goblin Lord in this set, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that you can sack a goblin to blow an artifact up.
And we're definitely just checking out, Burn to the Face in Modern here. So I expect to see lots of lightning bolts and rift bolts and lava spikes and the like.
See his hand here. He's looking at looks like 3 bolts.
Yeah, I see a few bolts in there.
See an that's right. That's an Eidolon, 2 Eidolons,
a Swift Spear,
a bolt, and a Helix.
Yep, a Helix. He also has an Inspiring Vantage.
Oh, that's double. Is that Goblin guy?
So this no, those are Rift bolts. He's on 1 land, but he can cast basically 4 of the 7 cards in his hand, and the next 2 cost 2. So I think he's going. This is one of the few times he's going to give the 1-lander a shot.
I like 1-landers in Burn.
Yeah. It's a little more forgiving, but not a ton more. Normally,
your average CMC is under 1.5.
This is true, but a lot of times we like to, send the message that keeping 1-landers are not the greatest.
True.
Yeah, but in Burn specifically, you've got a shot at it. It looks like George is going to have to mulligan down to 6, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, hopefully his deck mulligans well.
Yeah,
I want to see.
We'll see.
I want to see Anthony get a run for his money.
I honestly have no idea what George is playing.
I don't either.
All right, well, we'll find out certainly soon. This will be cool. Well, he already has the flavor one. He has blue sleeves versus red sleeves, right?
Yep.
Like that's like the natural defense. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
Definitely is.
So let's see. All right, so we're taking a look. I see a Thorn Lieutenant in there. That's very standardy.
Well, that card has definitely found its way into Legacy Elves.
That's true. It is a pain to get rid of. Honestly, it's probably really annoying for Burn because to target it makes another little 1/1, which, I mean, it's not an efficient use of your Burn spell.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
And the big thing about that 1/1 is it is another elf. So if George has slotted in some of the elves that care about other elves,
right?
Heritage Druid.
This could be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested. Yeah. I am intrigued.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
Turn 1 Swift Spear.
Those are his. He was very happy with these ones. He got these altered at Gen Con by Steve Argyle.
It looks like he has. Those are those Diva altars?
There's a Diva. There's a Bunny Rabbit. There's 4 different ones.
Okay, we got elves. We got Llanowar elves. Ooh. I like. All right.
Monastery Swift Spear. When I saw that card first come out, I did not think it was gonna.
He did not get a second land. Good. It's like very interesting to note here because, and he does decide to clear the way for the Swift Spear, triggering Prowess, coming in for 2.
Yeah, but I didn't think this card was going to make an impact in multiple formats.
Oof, this card is it's fast,
very strong,
and Prowess is a lot better than people think, and I think they've kind of moved away from Prowess.
It was one of the shortest living evergreen mechanics.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
So Thorn Lieutenant comes down. Actually, that's going to be quite a pain in the butt for
Anthony.
The Swift Spear, and it's not easy to get rid of with the burn spells he has. And Anthony, once again, still needs another land.
He does, and even if he hits another land, he's not going to be able to deal with it right off the bat.
Yeah,
unless he wants to throw a Helix at it.
He still will be able to probably come in with the Swift Spear. Okay, so he'll suspending a rift. Is that a rift bolt suspended?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So that won't trigger the Swiftspear at all, and so they'll just have to look at each other.
Not hitting that second land is...
Yeah, it's rough. That's two turns now that he's missed it, unfortunately.
But hopefully... Oh, hopefully George has something cool to drop here.
Yeah, so this is turn 3. He is still making all his land drops. The Foreign Lieutenant is live here. Green could kind of scale up here. There's a possibility.
Now, Third Lieutenant's activated ability, that costs him 6 mana, right?
He's out of range of that right now, but as a body, it's just a really annoying body.
Well, I mean, 3 toughness is the best toughness.
Yeah, and also, if it ever gets targeted, it'll create a little...
Leave him a guy.
Yeah, exactly. Gift of Paradise, gaining life.
Very good against the burn deck.
Yep. Takes you out of the range of 21 life to something like 22 or 23.
Yeah, burn has a lot of trouble dealing that 25th, 26th point of damage.
Looks like the lightning bolt will be targeting the Thorn Lieutenant, and he'll get a elf in return.
Good value.
Yep, he ate up a burn spell.
Yep. It does leave a blocker behind.
Yep.
Now, hopefully George can get a token here.
Yep. Get that on the field. Ooh, that's a pretty Arid Mesa. Is that Expedition?
It sure is.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Anthony's burn deck is almost as foiled as Paul's burn deck.
Ooh, so he will sack that. Oh, there. It looks like there's his... Is that the elf?
That is an elf.
I like that elf.
It looks like a 80s cartoon elf, maybe?
Yep.
I'm not sure where it came from.
Did the Arid Mason not get cracked?
It did not. Oh, it did, and it got a Sacred Foundry.
Oh! Yeah.
Yeah,
I got tricked. This is my first time getting tricked by the Expeditions.
Yeah.
Man, those are sweet.
It is pretty cool.
Yep. Lightning Helix, taking out the elf, gaining some life, triggering the Monastery Swiftspear.
So now the Swiftspear can bolt George's face this turn.
It only comes in for 2, right?
He did cast the Rift Bolt from Exile.
Oh, right, at the beginning of turn. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. So it did come in for 3.
I'm glad Lightning Helix didn't get a reprint.
It did in Iconic Masters.
Well, not in Guilds of Ravnica.
Oh yeah, that would be it. They replaced it with something like Deafening Clarion or something.
Well, one of the split cards has a War Leader's Helix effect on it.
Is that a Gigantosaurus?
It sure looks like
it is. Oh, Burn does not have anything in the main board that deals with that.
No, it does not.
Danny Trejo would be so proud right now. He played the Llanowar Elves on turn 1 so that he could ramp up so he could play his Gigantosaurus when he needed to. I mean,
he could have had a turn 3 Gigantosaurus.
Oh my god, that's so good. Yeah. But against... Wow. That... Man, if you're Burn, that's gotta... you see that on the other side and you're like, what do I do?
He's gonna have to leave back something every turn to block it.
Right. You have to race it somehow. That's interesting.
Yeah. This will be a good one.
Alright, let's see what we got here.
Give it a trample. No, I'm not sure what card that is.
I believe what that card does is allow George to draw an additional card each turn as long as he has a creature power 4 or greater.
Oh, okay.
It's a M19 card.
I like that. Yeah, and now we'll see...
Yeah, he'll be trading off the island because he can't raise 10 damage every turn, certainly.
No, not at all.
So Anthony's got to go quick, and he also has to leave behind chumpers, basically.
Yep, which Burn generally has trouble doing.
This is sweet, man. So George just did the green thing and just made it so that the simplicity of Burn means nothing against a 10/10 Gigantosaurus, my friend.
Now,
ooh,
Anthony could be playing Sting Scourger.
It's possible. I think in the sideboard, Burn tends to run a Path to Exile package of some sort.
Definitely.
So I would definitely imagine we'll see that coming in.
Yeah. Did you know that each tooth is the length of a horse?
Ooh. Wow. That is a Gigantosaurus, man.
It sure is. It took down a dragon.
I like that Vivian Reed is like, let's go check it out. Let's get a closer look.
Vivian Reed is the Steve Irwin of the Magic universe.
Yeah, I like Vivian Reed. She's quickly becoming one of my more favorite planeswalkers.
Good replacement for Nissa, I think.
Yeah. All right, so
gotta swing
for one. Yep.
Might as well get it in while you can.
The Eidolon is definitely on blocking duty, and then a Rift Bolt's coming in for 3. I mean, Anthony, if he has one card, right?
Yeah.
He has to rip gas every card though. He has 2 cards. Okay, and we know they weren't lands because he was stuck at lands earlier. What do we got here? We got Lightning Helix and what's that second one? Skullcrack?
It is a Skullcrack.
Is that a Skullcrack?
Yeah.
All right. So that represents 6 damage.
Anthony's definitely not out of this game.
7, 8, 9, 10. So that's like 10 damage with the Rift Bolt. He is still in this game. He actually has exactly the right amount of cards to get George to 0.
No, I think the right play here, to be honest, is to actually not attack this turn.
Yeah.
Because you know that at least one spell is getting cast to trigger on the...
The big thing is if George is able to play a threat or 2, that's okay. Double
elves is pretty good.
That's fine. That's trump blockers all day for the Swift Spear. And we got, what is this guy?
Rejuvenator?
Rejuvenator looking at the top 4 looking for a land?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Rejuvenator is pretty solid.
I've missed so many times with that Rejuvenator. I won't lie.
I haven't either, but every time I've ever seen it play on any kind of coverage, it never misses.
Oh, man. I miss on that card so much. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But he hits a forest.
Yep.
The rest of those will be going in a random order on the bottom of his deck. However, this represents a lot of blockers. The bolt goes to the face.
Yeah, he doesn't really have much of a choice there.
Yep. Anthony picks up another land, so he still has 5 damage in hand.
Yeah. With
the Skullcrack and the Lightning Helix.
And he can now cast both of them.
Yes. But still 6 off from lethal.
I like his restraint here.
Yeah, I mean, if you rip Bolt, you're good, right?
Yeah.
I think at the end of turn he does have to cast,
he's got to cast
one of them. Yeah.
I think I would cast the Lightning Helix and still hold the crack.
Yeah, just in case there's some weird life gain element. Yeah. Also, well, yeah, you have to do both anyway. Oof.
George likes to put some weird cards in his decks.
Is this a Convoke creature?
No, I'm assuming he's tapping just for mana.
Oh, yeah, for mana. What is that? Is that the Hydra? The M19 Hydra that comes in with 1/1 counters on it?
I believe it would be.
That's what, 8/8? This is a mono green large stompy deck.
It's doing that.
And you know what?
It's
stomping.
Yeah.
This is
now Anthony may be in trouble.
Yeah, Anthony has no blockers there. So he gets George to 8. He needs to draw 2 burn spells basically off the top.
Yeah. He did draw another Helix.
Helix and Crack represent 5 damage. And then he literally has to... George has to fade... Oh, wait, that's 8, 18, 21, right? That's 21 on board. 18...
Yep, 21 on board. So he's drawn 2.
Anthony has to top deck a burn spell to win. Because he can...
Blanchwood armor?
Yeah. Oh, that would be it.
Yeah.
That would just do it, right?
Just drop it on the trampoline, dude.
Well, there's no blockers at all.
Doesn't that Hydra have trample, though?
Yeah, but there's no blockers. So total, that's equal +1/+1 for each amount of forest he has. And I see you have 3, 6, 9, 8.
7.
I think there's 1 underneath there.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, okay.
One of them's enchanted.
That should... Oh, is that enough? Oh, yeah, 7, 15. Yep. Because the Lightning Helix would gain him 3.
Yeah, he would still be dead.
Yeah.
That was some big smacks from George there.
Yeah.
I liked the turn 4 Gigantosaurus.
Yeah. Just saw that burn and was like, well, I got a 10-10.
Your bolt does nothing to a 10-10.
Yeah. That's awesome. Standard stuff.
Yeah.
I'm
a fan.
I'm a fan. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if anything counters burn, it's a 10-10.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
Well, only one better thing is 10-10 with lifelink.
Yeah, lifelink would be pretty good. Gift of Paradise was pretty sweet.
Yeah, that definitely did work.
There's those Path to Exiles we were talking about. Yep. Those are coming in.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see 3 or 4 removal spells coming in.
I'm not sure if Anthony runs the Ensnaring Bridge package, but some
Anthony has an Ensnaring Bridge package.
Okay.
But he's one of those guys that he changes his deck on a daily basis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. He's got like 5 different sideboard iterations that he could be running right now.
I mean, I'm sure we're going to see the 2 Path to Exile, so that's pretty standard.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. And I would expect to see maybe Skullcracks come out.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that are not great.
Yeah. He needs to have that versatility to try to keep him off the...
He also just wants some more like efficient burn spells, knowing that he's playing into green and not like blue or something along those lines.
Yeah.
How you doing, Vorbro? Welcome to stream tonight.
You know, it is yay modern.
It is
but
yay modern.
If you were here, it'd be even more yay modern.
That's true.
You'd be getting to play modern.
Mm-hmm. But we are happy that you're joining us from wherever you are, as the rest of you as well. We're having a good FNM tonight here at Other Realms.
We got to see some dinosaur.
Yeah, we saw a Gigantosaurus off of Llanowar Elves and ramp spells.
It was pretty cool.
Defeat a classic burn deck, and I'm already on that hype train. I like it. I'm enjoying myself.
Mono green in every format, Alex.
Oh, green is like my least favorite color.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but that's okay.
But Gigantosaurus, man.
I mean...
It doesn't get much more efficient than a 5-mana 10-10.
Yeah, that could convert me pretty quick. So we're going to game 2. I'm not exactly sure what George had for his sideboard, but we'll see if any of the new sideboard cards come up.
I'm hoping to see like a turn 1 Shaper's Sanctuary.
Oh, that's kind of cool, yeah.
I like that magic
card. I don't even know what goes in standard Stompy Green sideboard. If there's any
Naturalize.
But there's no enchantment or...
Like Green cares about? I mean, they care about History of Benalia.
Yeah, but not against burn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean... Ooh, let's see.
Any kind of life gain, maybe? Here? More life gain? I'd be on that train.
Yeah.
I don't know if any planeswalkers... Are there any interesting...
Maybe a Vivian.
Vivian, I think, would be played in standard, but I'm not sure if it would help out against burn, really.
Yeah.
Because there's no flyers, enchantments, and things.
There is an enchantment. The Eidolon of
Great
Rebel is an enchantment.
But you're casting Gigantosaurus. Eidolon of the Great
traditionally
Rebel.
Not good against 4 drops.
It's fine for you.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Anthony gets to be on the play here. Looks like he's
got a pretty solid one.
Oh no, he has 2 lands. That's a wooded.
He has 3 lands. Yeah, he's got a pretty solid one.
This is fine. Bolt, Path, which you really want to see. Deflecting Palm. That's definitely one of the ones that could change the game. I see a Song of Frailes, Llanowar Elves.
Triple Llanowar Elves, double Forest, and a Song.
That's actually really, really good against burn because it goes wide, and Frailes makes them 2/2 indestructible that turn. That's
not
a lot.
Bad one. It's not a bad one.
I think you could dump your whole hand on turn 2 here.
He'll be able to play the 2 Llanowar next turn and have 1 mana left over.
Well, if he plays the... Oh, right. Okay. He'll have available to 3.
Yeah. So he'll get to smack Anthony back and have 2 Llanowars. And then when he top decks the Gigantosaurus,
this is going to be an explosive meetup at some point.
Turn 3 Gigantosaurus. That's a really good card.
Ooh, Grim Lavamancer. That's been finding its way into burn a lot recently.
I mean,
what
else are they going to do with the graveyard?
Yeah.
Might as well remove some creatures.
Yeah. Eat your creatures, deal some damage. Like that.
Yeah. Anthony playing the classic Judge promo.
Ooh. Llanowar Elves, Llanowar Elves.
It's a lot of swords.
Yep.
Now, are we going to see a tremor?
No.
That would make my night.
That's not a thing, Ben.
I can dream.
It's true.
Is it Static Caster?
Alright. So, Anthony deciding it doesn't matter, I don't have any sorcery spells in hand. Definitely play at instant speed on my opponent's turn.
Yep.
It's not like it's going to get countered. We're playing green.
Yeah, this is true.
Now, Song of Freyalise, Saga from Dominaria. First time it comes in, all your creatures can tap to make mana of any color.
I think, yeah, the first two abilities are creatures can tap for mana.
Yep, they become mini birds of paradise.
Yeah, and then the third one gives them all bigness.
Yeah, it gives them all 1/1 counters, and indestructible and vigilance that turn.
Okay. So it keywords them up.
Yeah, it looks like that's Marwyn the Nurturer. It came in, it's a 1/1.
Yeah.
Every time an elf comes into play, it gets +1/+1, and then it creates mana based on total number of power of Marwyn.
Wow. Vigilance, trample, and indestructible.
Yeah. So let's see. The bolts will be at end of turn, and it looks like George's face.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Anthony's, he's going to Lavamancer the Marwyn, because Marwyn can kind of get nutso.
She sure can.
Yep.
I'm surprised that Marwyn didn't find its way into Legacy Elves.
It's a 3-drop. It's expensive.
It is a 3-drop, but it closes out the game.
Yeah. We should probably get a die on number 2. There we go. Gerard, our table judge, right on it, crushing it. So George, I think George is thinking he may have options here. I mean, he has access to 6 mana. Next turn, all his creatures get to be a little bigger. There's no cards in Anthony's graveyard for the Lavamancer to exile.
That's a memorial to Unity.
Unity, that's the one that lets you look for cards.
I believe it has Eladamrai on it.
That is a Vanquisher banner, which I assume...
I would think it's naming elves.
Yeah. I think now all his elves are +2, or 2/2s.
Yeah.
And then every time an elf comes into play, he gets to draw a card?
No, every time he casts an elf, he gets to draw a card.
Oh, it's on cast.
It sure is.
Yikes, okay. Oh, but Boris Charm to the face says, whatever you're doing on the ground, I don't care, I'm burned. I come to your face.
Yeah, you're still getting burned. Now, one of those elves is going to die, I'm going to assume, before they get too big.
It's possible. There are 2 cards in the graveyard, so the Lavamancer can... do 2, but there might be the possibility that Anthony thinks that there's a window to use the Lavamancer to do 2 damage to his face.
It's true.
And,
it does change the clock quite a bit.
Yeah, so we're talking about 10 life, that's 3 spells and the Lavamancer activation.
Yeah.
Or 2 spells and 2 Lavamancer triggers. Looks like he's going to do 2, but you're right, take out the elf. Make sure it doesn't get too crazy out in here.
Yeah, it will be a 3/3 the next time George untaps.
You got it. Well, it'll be that after he draws.
That's true. You are correct, sir.
Yeah.
Technically correct.
Best kind.
Yep. As was said by Bureaucrat number 1.
Yep. Just remember also that Anthony has both Searing Blaze and Path to Exile and Deflecting Palm. So if he ever gets into the kind of like red zone, he has answers.
This game's looking much better for him.
Yeah. George is getting wide and getting he's access to tons of mana at this point.
Well, he had access to tons of mana.
Well, I say 3.
It's going to change.
4,
I would
5, 6.
I would expect to see the Searing Blaze come down here.
Yep.
There's no other reason to crack the fetch at this point.
Right. There it is.
So that drops George to 7.
Yep. Takes out an elf, drops George to 7.
And then the Lavamancer could kill the last one, but I'm not sure if Anthony wants to do that. He does still have...
Because he has 2 cards or 3 in the graveyard?
He has 2 in the graveyard right now.
Okay, so that's 1 activation. Yeah. He has a Deflecting Palm, which if he really wanted to Deflecting Palm, the elf would be for 3. The Lavamancer would be 4/5, and then if he would need 1 more burn spell.
Yeah. Yeah. So the elf is now a 3/3.
Yep.
Now, hopefully George doesn't attack.
Druid of the Cow. Let's draw a card. So 1/3 elf produces 1 mana.
1/3?
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty reasonable limited card for its time.
Yeah, I like that 3 toughness.
It's a 2-drop 1/3 that ramps you.
Yeah.
It's not great, but it's, it's fine.
Yeah. Definitely better than Leaf Gilder.
Elves have been getting a little love in the most recent sets. They've been kind of going to tribal and stuff. Nothing that's been like groundbreaking, but lots of cool little additions for flavor and different configurations of building elves.
Yeah.
And
I like that they slowed it down a little bit.
Yeah, and I know in other formats, since they banned Deathrite Shaman,
Song of Fraley's?
I do believe so. What's better than one song, man?
Live songs.
Live songs, that's true.
But we are live right now.
We are. Lavamancer looks like he's going to take the activation to the face, so there's 5, and Anthony is now just looking for a burn spell and then a deflecting palm on whatever comes in, basically.
Yeah, so that elf did attack.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of restraint on Anthony's side not to just fire off the deflecting palm.
Yeah, that's a thing. You never know what green might spoil up here, and there's no reason for him to rush it as well.
That's also true, but it would put George at any burn spell is lethal.
Yep. But Anthony's on 5 mana. George doesn't play blue, so for the most part, he should be able to hold his hand until he's ready to make the decision to finish this game out.
Or sacrificing the Memorial of Unity.
Right.
I'm not sure what that one does.
I believe you take a look at the top 5, and if you find a creature card, you can put in your hand. You reveal it, of course.
That seems correct.
Yep. For a land, it's a lot of utility.
Yeah. Second best Memorial?
Yep. The best one is the blue one.
Yes, definitely.
Yep. You get to draw 2 cards off of a land. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially in later parts of the game.
And it makes a blue mana, which...
That's correct.
Makes it infinitely better than the Bladed Cataract.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that one was...
it was around for a while. I played it in a couple control decks, but I would have really, really liked it to make a blue mana.
Yeah. A lot of times, that's all you want. So we'll see what George decides here. Did he whiff, or did he reveal something? I don't think he revealed anything, did he?
Doesn't seem like it.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, he spent a lot of mana.
Yep. He still has access to 3 on the board, so you usually can cast something. So waiting it out.
Not attacking here.
Yeah, but it's also rough too because if you don't attack, that clock just keeps ticking.
That's true. It looks like Anthony did draw a lightning bolt.
Okay, that's bolt to the face for 3.
Yeah.
And then he's looking for 2 more damage. So
now is that expedition? Okay, well there's the path.
Yep.
And then the activation.
He's just using the path to get it in the graveyard so he can Grim Lavamancer out the last.
Is that land on the left an Arid Mesa expedition?
Yes, I believe so.
I can't tell the expedition arts apart.
Some of them I can, but only the ones that I've played before.
Yeah.
They're pretty sweet though. Some of them
they have great art.
When there's a few of them when they first came out, I was like, this is not that great. And then there's a few that grew on me that I like a bunch.
Well, I'm not a big fan of the invocations at all.
They look a little different.
And honestly, I didn't really like the masterpieces either.
Oh, I think the masterpieces were the best ones they did.
I think the expeditions were
interesting.
Yeah.
I like the frame and like the artifact feel of the
I'm not a fan of the orange.
That's fair. If you don't like orange, that's not your thing.
I don't mind the color, but it feels way too bright for a Magic card.
Oh, that's what makes it look so shiny and sweet for me.
True. It does look much shinier.
Yep.
Than it actually is. It's punching above its shine level.
The invocations, the only ones I liked were the blue spells. I liked counter spell.
I liked
Daze
the frame.
Was nice.
The frame on the invocations was nice.
You like the hieroglyphics?
No, I didn't like the writing.
Oh yeah,
I liked the frame, and I liked the way the card set up, the casting cost, the way that ended up looking. I like the feel of it, but the text, the font they use was really.
Do you like what they're doing with the new kind of like the new frame foils that you get for FNM? Some of them look pretty cool.
They're like I like the frame. I don't like the fact that it's all just the same art reused.
Okay, you like promo art.
Yeah, I like alternate, because the artist didn't just submit one art for a card.
Sure.
And they didn't just commission one artist to paint for one card.
Right.
So Sinister Sabotage, they could have done one of the other arts for it as the promo.
So it looks like George has 3 lands, a Gigantosaurus, a Druid of the Cowl, Beast Whisper, which allows him to draw cards off creatures, and Song of Fraley, so that is a keep for him.
I would agree.
Anthony looks like has 3 lands, Lava Spike, Searing Blaze, Eidolon, and Lightning Helix. He does not notably have Path to Exile or Deflecting Palm.
No, I still think he's on a good hand.
That is normally a very good hand for burn.
Yeah.
But in the face of a 10/10 Gigantosaurus...
Knowing what we know,
yeah,
I'd have mulliganed.
this is interesting. Burn playing any copies of Risk Factor. I actually do believe Risk Factor is in Anthony's deck, but I don't think it's a ton of versions, and I'm not sure it's in the main. I believe it might be in the side. But yeah, that Risk Factor, one of the cool new
it is very good
red cards coming out of Guilds of Ravnica. We're starting to see it be played in a couple different formats.
In Modern, do you think the Jumpstart is better than Browbeat?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Well,
it's 1 less damage,
but
instant speed, and you can do it again.
Yep. So yeah, I think Anthony might have 1 copy in the side, but we don't. We have not seen it come out into play just yet.
He's showing the judge his triple Eidolon.
Triple Eidolon seems really bad versus this green deck.
Yeah.
But it looks like we got a Searing Blaze to take care of the Druid of the Cowl.
Yeah.
That helps with the ramps.
It does. It also helps with the life total of George.
Yep. And George also has no turn 3 play, which is quite significant. Deciding not to play the Song of Fraley's, notably.
Yeah. That's not going to do a whole lot against George. I think George will take 2 damage to cast his Song of Fraley's when he wants to.
But that's a 2 damage that if he could have just played it for free on turn 3, you just don't get the any trigger off of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so
if he hit a 5th land at this point, I haven't seen his hand in a minute.
So we got Beast Whisper, a new green card from Guilds of Ravnica. Whenever you cast a creature card, you get to draw a card.
Yes,
that's pretty cool.
Nature 2.0.
Yeah, it's on a stick.
It is. It's only a 2/3, but
I think that's a Wooded Foothills.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Lightning Helix decides. Decides drawing cards is bad. We out. Later's Beast Whisper.
That's one of my.
Should trigger the Eidolon, no?
Yeah, it should trigger the Eidolon. He should take 2, gain 3.
Right, so he should be at 21.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get that, and then 20 after the.
After the search.
Yeah, after the search. So it's exactly where it is.
Yeah.
We played it out, but they just played it out faster than us.
Yeah, Gerard used his speed.
Yeah. It looks like I do see a Path to Exile in Anthony's hand.
That's a good one.
That card will probably be the difference maker if Gigantosaurus does make a sequel appearance.
Double Eidolon, though.
Yeah, that'll hurt. But
the last time I played Modern, I lost to Eidolon.
Just remember, George is already below Anthony in the Eidolon race.
This is true.
Yeah, so things.
Yeah, so here comes the Gigantosaurus.
Here's the Gigantosaurus, but we know Anthony picked up that Path to Exile.
So this card did very well for him. Game 1.
Game 1, this card literally won the game.
Yeah,
which was sweet.
It was pretty freaking awesome.
We watched a Gigantosaurus beat.
We watched the Gigantosaurus get cast.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it has decided to take the path to exile.
Yeah.
George will be able to go search for a basic land, which is not as beefy as a 10/10 Gigantosaurus,
no, it's not.
Unfortunately.
But the Gigantosaurus did have some introspection to do.
Yeah. He took the path, took it all the way to exile.
The road less traveled, I guess.
Yeah. That's a cool Path to Exile, too. That's the FNM promo.
Yeah, that is the FNM promo. My third favorite Path to Exile art.
That's my second.
I like, my first is, of course, the Rebecca Gay.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Awesome.
Yeah, that one
promo.
is cool.
The second one is actually the Venser versus Koth one.
Oh.
It's a Wormcoil engine getting obliterated.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not available in a foil.
Which is, I know that's your thing, but is this a second Gigantosaurus?
It sure is.
Second Gigantosaurus.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. We got a game. I love this.
We do have a game.
I am in love with Giganosaurus being on the field.
If he just top decked a Path, that would be even better.
Yeah, or a Deflecting Palm. Rift Bolt.
So
when the Rift Bolt goes off, that's going to be 4 damage to Anthony, 3 to George.
Yeah.
So with the 2 bodies out, he might be able to race George.
Yeah, so...
But still, there's a Giganosaurus out. And the thing is, I have no idea what's in George's deck. So, like, I have no idea if there's a way... Like, if he can deal with the Eidolon...
If he puts a Rancor on it.
Or if he puts, like, one of the trampling...
Yeah.
Right? Like, things can just happen, right? Yeah.
If
the Giganosaurus becomes... gets some sort of... even an instant speed effect trample... Mm-hmm. Like, Anthony can die to his own trigger, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Now... I like what Anthony's thinking here. He's got to
get rid of one because the triggers are going to hurt him a lot. Yeah.
And George hasn't shown him a lot of small stuff. I mean, there's quite a few Llanowars, but
we saw Llanowar, we saw Druid of the Count, we saw Thorn Lieutenant,
and then the Song.
And it's 3 or less or 2 or less.
3 or less.
So Marwyn would also follow.
Yeah.
And we know he has Song of Freyalise.
Yeah.
Okay. So Anthony might just have a burn spell in hand.
Yeah, he does have a burn spell.
He has Helix? Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, we saw Giganosaurus get cast 3 times today. I think Danny
winner
Trejo,
George won
Day 9 would be incredibly proud of George. He took a game off of burn.
Yep.
With
a Gigantosaurus.
I'm just gonna call it's not standard stuff. I'm calling it Gigantosaurus Stompy because that's basically what it was, right?
That is exactly what happened.
Yeah. Elves and dinosaurs.
It's a good combination.
Elves and dinosaurs. That was cool, man.